Welcome to Great Life Coaching. This is Dragon 6 Golf here. Gonna do a video review. This one is a short video of a portion of like a almost 3 hour video of a Joe Rogan podcast number 1771 with Andy Stumpf. I don't know much about Andy. I know he was a Navy SEAL, and he's the type of veteran that he doesn't live in the past, so he knows he was a SEAL, but that's not what he identifies with anymore. And there's a lot of us like that. There's some of us like this, but I got to defend veterans here because he says some stuff basically like when you get out of service, it's time to just put your service in the back and continue on, and that's possible for some people, but not all of us. So he was talking about he can talk about things military, especially when it comes to shooting or skydiving, because that's what he's an expert on. So here's my time to talk about being an expert because I'm a veteran, so I'm qualified in that way just like he is. And also I have a master's in clinical counseling, which is a psychology degree. So let's just hear what he has to say, then we'll talk about it.
I mean, it's not impossible. I couldn't be more proud of the time that I spent in the military. I'm very proud of the fact that I am a veteran and I was able to serve. I have criticism of segments of the veteran culture who can't move past their service. They will often point at a lot of obstacles that are in their way and ignore the fact that they placed them there. And their life would be better. And the perception of the veteran community at large would be better if they were able to move past that. Like one of the biggest things that irritates me is this broken toys narrative. I absolutely hate it. War doesn't have to break you at all. Does it break some people? Fuck yes, it does. I think I'm a better person because of it. I think I have more of a passion for life. I think I can love deeper because of my experiences. I think I have more of a respect for life, having been put into places where I had to make decisions to take it. And I feel I'm more prepared to solve problems. I have more of an emotional depth than I did before going in, and that's because of that experiences. And like I said, it does break some people, but if you look at trauma or post-traumatic stress, which I don't believe is a disorder, and I think we should focus far more on post-traumatic growth as opposed to post-traumatic stress, because you can navigate that, come out of it stronger. The math supports that, specifically in the civilian world, even more so than in the military world, but there's a fucked up financial incentive in the military veteran world to actually not get better because they could potentially reduce your rating from the VA, which reduces the amount of money that you get. So the whole point in saying all that is it's very possible to be a better version of yourself from those experiences, but nobody's going to do it for you. It's not that it's easy, but it's totally possible. Veterans aren't broken. I think they should be held to a higher standard than other people because they come out of that environment where they have those tools.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. I agree with some things he says where we should be held to a higher standard. I think that goes for about 90% of us. If you're an honorably discharged veteran, you got to understand that we are seen different. Civilians will look at us different. They don't know exactly what we've been through. They see things in the movies. But when it comes to the work environment especially, I do think we can live above the standard that a regular civilian does. No negative on civilians, just we have training. We have leadership training. We have interpersonal skills. We can basically be taught to do anything and learn while doing it on the job training. So that kind of stuff I agree. Now here comes the post-traumatic PTSD, right? So some people are able to see death and they're okay. There's examples where I've seen veterans talk about examples of where they're involved in combat and they may not cry, but they have like a tear coming to their eye, myself including, when you talk about combat to other veterans. And it's not something a lot of civilians see, because if you're a civilian and you ask me about my time in the military, I'm going to tell you all the good stuff. But when I sit down with a veteran that's experienced what I've experienced, I will share my experience, and we'll both shed a tear and show remorse, or especially when we lose a friend or a battle buddy, we definitely take that to heart the rest of our lives. So to say that PTSD is not a disorder, I have to totally disagree, because I don't think there's many other traumas you can relate besides being in war to war. Probably south side of Chicago, stuff like that, maybe that. But we all handle things differently. And you got to remember that before we go into the military, we have different experiences. Like myself, before I joined the military, I was in high school, I lost my brother. And I never got over that till after I was out of the military. So, of course, the stuff I saw in the military compounded on that. And if you don't deal with your trauma, you can't get past it. Not get past it. You can't get to a point where you're okay. And also, yes, there's medications and therapy you can go through, but until you find the right therapist, you might not ever feel comfortable sharing stories of what you did overseas. But Andy, man, I gotta correct you on that. Not everybody has your attitude, and the ones that do, they're very successful. But you can't put your brothers and sisters down, because there's certain points of their life that haunts them, that they can't get past. Broken people are not always mendable. I'm sorry. That's all I'm going to say about this video. But this is Dragon 6 Golf. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for the video review.